Hello, my name is Bruno Adolf from Madison Real Estate. Today I'll be answering some of the frequent questions that people have in regards to real estate. And the first one that I generally get asked is, how can I sell my property? What's the different ways of selling a property? Well, there's only two ways to sell a property. The first method is the most common method in Perth, which is what we call private treaty. Now, private treaty encompasses a whole heap of different scenarios. You can put your property on the market with a single price. It can be a price range. You can have no price on it. You can do it by expressions of interest. You can do it by tender. You can do it by closing date sale. All of these various methods are all what we call private treaty. Effectively what we're doing is putting a for sale sign up, we're having home opens to attract buyers, and then we engage with the buyers to try and get someone that wants to put an offer on paper. And the second method is by auction. Auction is certainly a different way of selling a property. It's not as common in Perth as it is in the eastern states, but it's starting to gain traction. The difference with an auction is that an auction is a fair and common way of selling a property, because what it does is allows the market to decide where they believe it sits in the marketplace. So if you look at it this way, with an auction, the owner actually does have three different ways of selling. They can sell prior to the auction, if someone brings an offer that the owner is happy to accept, or it can sell at the auction, which is under the fall of the hammer, or the third way is by selling after the auction. And in our experience, a property generally sells within 14 days after an auction, because some buyers can't meet the terms and conditions of an auction. So there we have it. There's only two ways to sell a property: private treaty or auction. Auction does give the owner a bit more control, because it's the only time the owner sets the terms and conditions, whereby by private treaty the owner has to wait for a purchaser to come along and put their offer in, whereby the purchaser quite often has various conditions attached to it. So thank you for listening, and I'll speak to you next week.